bit more bright and happy. Yeah, because we have this wonderful little laying above here, the little people, the fae folk. But I've noticed, yeah, we've gotten into this habit of not really standing up for ourselves. Not really standing up for ourselves. When people have their opinions, we're not really standing on that hill. This could be part of this memories of all the times where we didn't quite stick up for ourselves. Yeah, you'll notice how it went from all this beautiful like light blue and green into this murky, dark purple of gaslighting, making people feel like you didn't know what you were talking about, impacting our self-confidence and our courage. And I'm noticing here that this has led to a long time of self-sabotage with this devil here. The devil represents addictions, that type of thing. Addictions, codependency, obsession, toxic partners, friendships, just people around you in general, kind of destroying our happiness here. We're currently back in this self-sabotaging energy. We could be surrounded by people who trigger this old wound. I'm noticing here that it means that we're feeling quite left out. Feeling like we're getting breadcrumbs, little droplets, never quite getting enough, always being stuck in this murky dark with our barely there seeds, our barely there abundance, while everyone else gets to go over here and enjoy all the abundance. Yeah, feels like we're stuck. Stuck waiting. Just stuck. Because this little bird can't quite fly. It can't quite fly, it's stuck. Surviving off of everybody else. Very, very interesting. And I noticed that we have 1111 here, right? The 11th house, hopes and goals, and Aquarius. We definitely feel like we're meant for more. Always been a bit of a weird child, right? Always been a bit strange, a little bit different. Not that that's bad, right? We have the lemon balm and hawthorn as well that came out. Seeking healing from these types of issues. Seeking boundaries, right? We wish for boundaries. We wish to stick up for ourselves again. Find healing, emotional healing, protection, right, with that hawthorn. And there's this deep need for wealth. Need for wealth. We want more stability, want more wealth, more. It doesn't always have to be money, right? But we're definitely wishing for more of a stable foundation. The material realm. It could just be, I wish I had my own place. I wish I didn't have to. It would be like, I wish that I didn't require assistance so that I could be more independent, right? I also got the Dark Night of the Soul. I always think of this as the void charm. So we're kind of here, floating through the void. And we definitely have made a lot of wishes. There's this little wish, because I was getting When You Wish Upon a Star that was playing in my head. So again, that tunes into like childhood memories, fairy tales, that type of thing. But we get this little intuitive nudge here. Goodness gracious, sorry. This intuitive nudge. And there's this key to your heart as well. This little key. There's some kind of key to your heart hidden in the void. And I just noticed that it has these four little stars. 4 little stars like a constellation. More of that When You Wish Upon a Star energy. So very interesting. And I got the song Diamond by Rad Cat and Gloria Kim. So this could be specifically because of a lover, of people who lie, stuff like that, and who have kind of crushed our light. Could have had Mind Games with Plague Doctor by Essenger showing up here too. A lot of mind games manipulation. And there is healing though with Sano by Corsi, right? Could be on new medication, going to the doctors. We could feel like Maleficent. Like the synchronicities I have in here correspond to this quite a bit. Like definitely a lot of feeling like we can't express ourselves. There's balancing of hormones for some of you. Cancer and Scorpio are relevant. Lilith is relevant, which means there may have been some not so good relationships in the past. Whether that's familial, platonic, romantic, definitely some DV scenarios or just heavy manipulation here. Why you need to hear this at this time? It doesn't have to be, by the way. That's for who it's for, okay? There's definitely a need for wealth here, though. You need to hear this at this time because we're working hard, but it's painful to work hard. The work we're doing is us harming ourselves for someone else. In this, she's specifically working with these types of nettles. Yes, she's weaving these out of nettles, which is a very painful plant to work with. It stings. She's doing that to save her younger brothers. So this hard work she's doing in this squalor, all torn up and tattered, is not for herself, it's for someone else. And in the crane wife, right? This classical mythological tale, the crane wife is cutting off her own wings to help her husband. So there's definitely a hard work, but it's not for us, it's for someone else. In both pictures, they are suffering. Suffering in silence. People can't see them. Suffering in silence. We are in Queen of Cups, so we're deeply empathetic, we're deeply kind, we're very nurturing, we're very intuitive, someone who's very, that Cancer and that Scorpio, so we're very family oriented, we're very intense. Our emotions, still waters run deep. That describes you, my friend. Very kind, very giving, but we don't feel happy. We don't feel happy. There's no emotional fulfillment here. It's like we're not getting this. We're watching everybody else get this. And currently we're in this energy. It's so crazy I saw this because I got this same card 3 times. 3 times in this collective. See, this is the 5 of Pentacles here. This is the 5 of Pentacles here. And you're going to see the 5 of Pentacles again and a 5 again. So heavy. 5, 5, 5, 5. Big change. There is change that's necessary here. We're working on changing this. Changing feeling like we're always left out in the cold, not loved, right? Whenever we see horizontal cards, that's our current energy, we go back and forth, back and forth. Either I feel like I'm always left out, bullied, a victim, that type of thing. I always feel like I can never go into the sanctuary. I can never be around these pentacles. I'm always just sitting here, huddled up, as close as I can be, but never allowed inside. Versus no longer feeling that way, right? And Page of Cups. It feels like we can't tap into our own ideas. It feels like fate's not really there for us, like our intuition isn't guiding us, right? Because this specific deity, this is a young child, I believe this is a Thailand legend of a child who's playing with a rabbit deity of fate, the moon deity of fate with the red string. So it feels like we're being ignored by fate. That's why we need to hear this at this time. It's because we feel like fate is ignoring us. What you need to do about it. Sideways, horizontal, back and forth. They need for you to listen to your intuition. You ignore it. Not because you want to. You've been through many times of people telling you that your gut feeling, your intuition's not correct. But it is. It's specifically guiding you, right? Your little intuition here is trying to give you that key to your heart's desires. Okay? We need to start listening, not second guessing ourselves. If we feel weird about something, we're right. Okay? Look back at your life. You see how he's looking at all of these little crops and determining if they're good to harvest or not? We need to look back at our life, look at all of our ideas, kind of get a measure of what we're actually willing to put our time and energy and effort into, right? Taking stock of the things around us and seeing what is good fruit and what is not. And we need to, the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is usually like waiting for our ships to come in. Yeah, so like as we're looking through our lives and investing where it makes sense, like looking at things and going, okay, is this growing or is it declining? Are we making forward progress or is it stagnating? Put more time and effort and watch and wait, right? See how it goes. Oh, especially take a look at the people around you too, since this specific deck has a bunch of people here. Yes, that's definitely giving pay attention to the people around you, because if you look at it, right, it seems like everybody's kind of checking on each other. Like, pay attention to the people who are actually for you, you know? Because this could also mean, like, people have their own agenda, that type of thing. Like, Three of Wands is, like, if it's in the reverse, it's, like, over-promising. So, pay attention to the people around you as well. See who's actually there for you and who's not. Because that's who would be doing those mind games and those types of things. And they want you to leave behind, there's that Five of Pentacles. They want you to leave behind this feeling that you're this itty-bitty little dragon that's only ever going to beg for things, beg for handouts, and get crumbs, little pennies, nothing. They want you to leave that behind. You are not a victim. No. You are not a victim. No, you are not. Things did happen to you, yes, but that does not mean you stay a victim forever. And they want you to leave behind the conflict, right? This specific card is about conflict. You notice how they're all reaching for the obviously cursed skull? Take yourself out of the race. If they all want this obviously cursed skull, let them take it. You don't have to take it, alright? They want it, they can have it. Because they're just gonna stab each other in the back anyway. You don't need that. In your pursuit for more wealth, go about it your own way, not the way that everyone else is doing it. Because clearly that's not the way we should be doing it. If we have to operate in mind games and treating each other like garbage and making everybody feel beneath us, that's not the way to do it. No. That's just going to lead to pain and problems and being betrayed over and over again. So, let's get into your Oracle advice. Your Oracle advice cards. So as always, it is my intention that if you see my face here or anywhere else on the internet, that your burdens will be lifted and you will leave feeling lighter. I intend to be the campfire that you rest at before you go face the final boss, which oftentimes is yourself. I literally, I like to think of myself as the person stationed right at the edge of the void where everyone is at the dark night of the soul, that little campfire. You rest here, and then you go forward to that last boss before you go into light. You know? So, Spirit. Very interesting. Especially in Aquarius, you are not supposed to do things the same as everyone else. I say it a lot on my channel, and that's because the people in my collective, we are not the ones who follow. We are way showers, not way followers. We do things different. Why? We're different. Look at me. I don't look like most people. And you probably don't either. Even if you do happen to look like others, your energy's different, okay? You don't operate the same as everybody else, clearly. So, you're not supposed to follow the way of everyone else. You're supposed to walk the path less trod upon. So, Spirit, let's soothe their fears, ease their anxieties, and give them the clarity that they need in order to walk forward upon their path. Spirits of the divine order of the highest good, what is the advice, the closing advice for this collective on their journey towards their hopes and their goals and prayers? The language of the world. Understand the signs of the universe, they guide you on your path. So again, there's that, listening to your intuition. If you want to know if Spirit is talking to you, you must learn how to talk to them. That's working with your spiritual guides, whomever you believe in. An example of this would be like Say you specifically want to hear from an ancestor and they happen to love cardinals. You would say, send me a cardinal if I am on the right path. Send me a cardinal by Friday, and Spirit will find a way. You don't go looking for cardinals, you just wait, okay? Or if they have a favorite number or a birthday, right? Show me 719. Show me 719 if I'm on the right path. Show that to me by Sunday. And watch as Spirit finds a way, okay? Send me a specific song. Show me a specific Bible verse, right? That is how. Show me a specific animal. Develop the language with your guides so that you know when they're talking to you, because they are always talking. They're always talking to you. We don't always listen. I mean, we literally got 4 5s in this one reading. I mean, if you count the amount of cards I pulled per each spread, that's 5 5s, which is crazy. A ton of 5s. You could be a life path 5 as well. So, I'm just saying. They are talking to you. You don't know how to talk back. You don't know how to notice when they're talking to you. Or you do see it, and then you talk yourself out of it. You follow? That's alright. That's okay. Spirits of the divine order of the highest good, what other closing advice do you have for the collective watching this video today regarding their hopes and goals in Aquarius? Someone here could be from Miami or Atlanta. Thank you. Warrior of light, accept your light and your darkness, they make you the warrior you are. This came in reverse. Whenever I see this, that means that we do not feel like the warrior. You are the warrior, okay? A lot of people feel like in order to be healed, you have to be only light. You have to forgive everyone and do this and do that and never have a bad day for the rest of your life. No. In order to heal, you must accept that you are a person, that you have emotions, that something did happen to you. You forgive yourself for not knowing, right? Because how could you be mad at yourself for not knowing what you know now? You know? The warrior is both. They have their moments. They can forgive. They can do all those things. They can have good days. But they also embrace their shadow. Right? We don't live in the darkness. We live in between. That's why there is a sunrise and a sunset. Two different modalities. Yes. We do not feel like the warrior even though we are. You are not here to be constantly squashed down. Thank you. Soul's calling. Listen to your soul's calling. It guides you towards your true purpose. Your soul's calling you, friend. She's calling. You see how her eyes are shut? All this beautiful water here, water sign. Eyes are shut. We're not paying attention to what is in front of us. We're listening within, to the waves within, to the water within. Let it guide you. 2 more, Spirit, on the closing advice for this collective regarding their hopes and goals in Aquarius, towards this need for wealth, this healing, this dark night of the soul, this path towards their little wish from childhood that they've lost sight of on this crooked path. That's way too many. Hold on. Yeah, it may feel like we have a lot on our plate. Everything's overwhelming. Closing advice. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Soul's Voyage. Embrace your journey between lives, understanding it shapes your current existence. Every time we go through something in life, sometimes it is because of karma from past lives, sometimes it is because of karma from earlier on in this life, but all are lessons to shape us, to help us walk our path. All of them are lessons. That does not justify anything that happened to you, that does not justify people's cruelty. No. Both can be true. okay? We're here to learn lessons. We're here to grow. We're here to evolve. We're here to change, okay? Every time we go through a lesson, it is not here to specifically punish us. It is here to help us grow. It is here to teach us how to notice faster, how to leave faster, how to choose ourselves. Last one for closing advice for this collective regarding your hopes and goals in Aquarius. Thank you. Inner stillness. Cultivate inner stillness. It is the key to deeper understanding. More of that gorgeous blue. We're letting things distract us as well. We're afraid to be alone with our own thoughts. Yes, they are scary. They're in the dark. They're in the depths of the ocean within. They're scary. But you need to deal with them. In order to become the warrior of light, you must embrace your shadow. It's not there to be squashed. It's not there to be suppressed. It's there to help you become the warrior. It's there to help you go towards the light. Because no matter how good you are at hiding things, it will eventually come out. Whether that is lashing out at others, repeating the same cycles, or harming yourself through self-sabotaging behaviors, through picking the same experience over and over again, it will always come back out. Yes. And we have the power of now in reversed as well. There is immense power in living in the present moment. Yeah, we will not sit with our own thoughts. We spend too much time distracting ourselves. Too much time distracting ourselves so that we are missing. Yeah. If we spend all of our time distracting ourselves, how are we supposed to work through things? How are we supposed to get better? Yeah, because we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention. We're missing the signs that are supposed to help pull us out. We're not paying attention to our inner demons, therefore making it harder for us to listen to our soul's calling, and therefore making it harder for us to listen to the message, to the lesson, to learn, to grow, and to finally find the light, to finally get out of the nightmare. Jesus, it's so bright. To finally get out of the nightmare, break the cycle, and finally bask in the sun. But first, you must go through the dark. The point of the dark night of the soul is in order to transform. It is in order to get to your healing. That's the point. You can choose to stay there, or you can choose to leave. It is up to you. So, that is what I have for you today. I hope that it was helpful. See how the light kind of like dimmed a little, staying in the darkness. There's nothing wrong with the dark. Yes, there are scary things in the dark, but that is okay. It's alright. It is only scary if you let it be scary. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, for choosing me to be your reader for today, for trusting me to deliver these messages to you. If you are interested in a personal reading, I offer those at the link in my bio. Yes, if you are watching this from the YouTube video when I post it later, that link will be in the description box down below. Please feel free to check it out. Yeah, again, I am currently working through updating my shop and my Patreon. I'm new to Patreon, so I'm learning as I go. My videos are a little bit off schedule. I'm getting into it. I've got a plan. We're going. We're good. We're golden. Okay? So my stuff will be a little strange at first, but it will even out. Yes, so please feel free to check those out, see if I vibe with you. If I do not, and this is the last time I see you, thank you again for your time, your energy, for trusting me at all. And I wish you so much peace, love, happiness, joy, abundance, health, wealth, and healing. And please remember that life isn't ever a crooked path, and you are never off of it, okay? If you have chosen to follow me and you do like my vibe, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And I wish all the same for you. And yeah, I can't can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye.